Here is the message for J.D. Vance, Donald Trump, and of course Hegseth, Noam, and the whole list that goes down along with it. It's like this. You planned on inheriting Donald Trump's seat, yet I have to warn you about something. They selected J.D. Vance to inherit the seat from Donald Trump. Yet I have to warn you and inform you about something. You see this here? The last month ended for me about 2 or 3 days before the end of the month with 102,000 views. This month I got roughly 38,000 views. This isn't about you destroying me, which you did deliberately, and I am referring to this individual here. This guy here. This is the guy I'm referring to. He stated to me like this. He had a pretty difficult talks with me that made no sense to me during MK Ultra whatsoever. Really, really strange, difficult thoughts. His thoughts, basically. I didn't have any kind of talk. I just had to process whatever this animal was talking to me about. And do you know why there will be no 2028 for you, J.D. Vance? There will be no 2028 for you because you're Pete Hegseth. They refer to him during MK Ultra as a pig, not Pete, but Pig Hegseth. It's like this. You are Pete Hegseth. You yourself, J.D. Vance, you are Pete Hegseth. This was your closest partner that operated together with Donald Trump. Wife from Charlie Kirk, you infested this house with assistance of Slovenian police. You have stolen this house. You didn't steal my life only, you stole this house here in Slovenia. Now let me explain to you why you are not going to be no 2028, nor ever. Why you will go to the jail. Because everything that will be in my capacity will be concentrated on getting you, together with the Pete Hegseth, into the jail, into the prison. This blog is not a blog. I told you about this. It's not a blog. These are not videos. This is a testimony about atrocities Central Intelligence Agency, Federal Bureau Investigation committed, U.S. government committed. Right from the top, from the White House through the U.S. Congress, every department in the U.S. was involved in this atrocity. Pete Hegseth stated to me like this. He stated to me, he demanded from me. He demanded from me. He didn't say, he did not state anything. He demanded from me, for me to see takedown of the blog. Yeah, this is what we have going on in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020 with the Pete Hegseth. A future takedown of the blog, he said, will be necessary. And what Pete Hegseth claimed to me, if I'm lying to you, I can have both hands cut off. Simple as this. Claimed to me it will be necessary to make the Slovenian side, the Russian side and Serbian side, etc., excited, and then play basically with them through a returning blog back and so on. Pete Hegseth, however, did not stop there. he insisted to me that there might be necessary more than just one takedown of my blog. Well, this is, as I stated, this is not a blog, it's not for sale, it never will be for sale. You're not I am not you, and there is no you and I. It's just what it is. It's just account, it's just testimony about the crimes you yourself have committed. With Pete Hegseth, I have a difficulty pronouncing it as a Pete because it keeps coming to me now as Pig. They refer to him all the time as Pig during MK Ultra. Insisted me that he will move away, it will be all over, that he will move away, and if I will not let him be, if I will not let him be in peace, if I'll keep coming after him, that I'll have a problem with him. Eventually that threatened me. That's why, J.D. Vance, you're involved in this since your childhood. There will be no peace for you, and no peace for Pete Hegseth. I suggest you Republicans, the GOP, maybe to find another individual, or basically be portrayed through the Pete Hegseth, J.D. Vance, Donald Trump, Kristi Noem, wife of Charlie Kirk, etc. You know, you're all cursed in this place. You're all cursed out completely. For the rest of my life. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna die tomorrow. Maybe that's your lucky ticket. This is what you played along together with the psychiatrist cops, with the Milan Kučan, with Robert, you know, the communists here from Slovenia. You like them. You played along with it. And it doesn't matter, even if you work for other interests. In this case, you played along with them. You did everything you possibly could to destroy me, to ruin me. And you even demanded from me to see takedown of my blog, Auser Times, as a form of assistance, as a form of help, which abuse might be necessary to repeat. Yes, you did know, you did talk to me, you spoke to me about how this will be necessary to do, to slow down the audience, to reduce the audience of the blog. It was done extremely sadistically. It was done extremely sadistically with Hegseth and J.D. Vance both talking about it might be necessary to do this, to reduce the audience, to decrease the audience, to destroy the news, to play the news down. It might be necessary to repeat. So I just want to be clear about who did this and why I am going to go after you, J.D. Vance and Pete Hegseth. As long as I live, I will go after you, after your children, after your mom, after your father, after whatever the fuck you have in this world to get back the stuff that you did to me. You understand? I'm never gonna let you go off the hook. You're never gonna get off the hook. For as long as I live, every energy, everything I do, everything that I will do, remember one thing, is gonna come after you. Till I actually hunt you down. I wrote the news here. I wrote the news here about the Tito Ortiz, the animal to whom I was brought so that he could kick me and hurt me really, really bad. On the right side of the pelvic area. Something that you refer to as girly stuff, girlish, funny stuff, humiliated, compared that actually to Brigitte Bardot, who went on to file a fake death certificate today, actually yesterday. Let me explain to you something. This isn't about the money. This is about me getting you crippled and then do with you like you told me I should do. You told me, you tutored me, you teach me, you said you should go and you should build up, you should get strong, and then you should get back with us. At the same time you laugh at me, but you have a broken spine and you have this, and without you're going to do anything about, you can do anything about. You know something? Breaking your spine, breaking your ribs, beating the fuck out of you, crippling you and getting you inside of the ring. then we can measure how much of the man you are. Basically, the stuff that you did to me is my motto to do the stuff to you. Then I want to see you. Then I want to get you on my level. Then I want to meet you in the ring, the way you said that you want to do. And then we're going to see how it is done, who the strong is and who the bad is, and so on and so forth. I want to get even with you, with the principles through which you like to play, by crippling, mutilating people. And then let's see how much of the macho man you are, because the money doesn't do for me. The money is not good enough for this case. Your money is the type of the brainwash, the way you do your stuff, the way you portray this stuff through the YouTube reminders of the people. Here is this guy, there is that guy, this is this case, this is that case, and, well, we can do it both ways. We can help you out, or we can play the psychiatry. This is systematic human degradation, turning a human being into below the animal status, basically. The most diabolical way, the way I know. But it's not designed only for me. It's designed for entire Eastern Europe. It's designed for entire world. It's a school of the human degradation that humanity should just accept, so they can match your goodness, your God, your glory, your Aryanism, your Aryan way, your German, your British, your Dutch, your Scandinavian, Norwegian, Swedish, French, Irish, whatever ways you have. Because this is the way you do the stuff. This is your Central Intelligence Agency, your Federal Bureau of Investigation. This is how you enforce your case against me. This is how you continue to portray yourself. Throughout MK Ultra was total degradation of the human being, crippling, poisoning, trauma, through sleep deprivation procedures. Now you upshift it into something else because you don't have any limits. It's just who you are. That's how you like it. You like to do this to the people. That's why I say the money, the stuff that you talked about, and that's what I appeal to the world. Their money is a debt. The one that goes for their money is a debt. To get even with this scum through the justice or through other means is actually the way to do with them. And let their nations pay for it. Let them be seen for what they are. Let them be seen for what they vote. Because it wasn't the Donald Trump that hijacked anything. You would not see the Donald Trump without the Democrats. You would not see him without the Democratic Party. You would not see neo-Nazis today without the Jews. It's all connected to one another, and it's all one big plan for the world. That's how they want to see it, and they want to see. This is why this case was international. They want to see you seeing yourself in self-degradation, self-annihilation through the case such as was mine. They created something out of me that anybody could go and piss, that anybody could go and torture, that anybody could get their hands off, and they did that stuff to, as a humanity, as a people, to degrade you, and for you see yourself in your own self-annihilation, in your self-destruction. For the rest of the world, this is how they did this stuff. That's why this stuff here, this is off the table. I'm never going to stop. I'm never going to stop until I'm going to get physically even with you. I don't know what the law proposes for these things. I don't understand your law. I don't know what the law is other than what I described. The law favors you in a sense of criminal offense, but the law allows you a loopholes for which law clearly states are prohibited. Poisoning, hijacking, abduction, human trafficking, crippling people, These are not the things that law predicts are legal, are okay. Law has certain punishments, different kind of punishments. Law, however, does not predict unusually cruel punishments that you deserve and you must be served, because this is not about the money. This is about the human dignity. This is about getting even with you. This is about getting you crippled. This is about getting you destroyed. This is about getting you inside of the ring. See you how you are, man. You are a big man. You are a macho man. All of you with that Tito Ortiz, all of you that were so strong, with a man that was practically drugged up, crippled through the drugs, frozen from the drugs. They did not even know nothing other than was standing up over there in front of the animal that went and kicked him like this, completely helpless, without having any ability to even know what happened until like feel the pain that smashed me on the floor. Law does not predict any of these things. That's why it's necessary to modify the law and adjust the law to unusually cruel animals employed by the U.S. government. You see, this is why it's necessary to take this a little bit different, to a little bit different level, to see this you in a different light. That's why, or continue to see myself as an animal, like in a endless procedure of the human degradation, rated as a paranoid schizophrenic, while at the same time schizophrenically portrayed the justice through the YouTube videos, through the all kinds of people that were involved in it, and see this as a form of help. See this as a form of assistance from Central Intelligence Agency. Does not work for me. Man, I want to fucking cripple you. I want to fucking break you in pieces. Then I want to get you in the ring inside. And then what the fuck I want to do with you is, I want to beat the fuck out of your brain. I want to fucking rip you apart. I want to destroy you. I want to fucking annihilate you and your Ortiz. Because you're strong. You are a big macho man. You are not. You know, you are so poor. You are so fucking poor. I'm going to make the video about how you did this stuff to me. How you started the crippling when I was a child, talking about the spine. How poor you were. The biggest fear you Americans had is to meet me one day inside of the ring. I'm going to make the video, special video, dedicated to the Mike Tyson and his promoter, whatever this guy was. Don King is his name. I'm gonna dedicate a video about the crippling breaking of my spine that grows into the early childhood. It started earlier than what I anticipated, and it was just done in exactly the same way. Damage was done, and then it was done exactly just as I described for autoimmune diseases. It was a systematic, chronic disease development, injury, and then basically on every here and there to follow up on it, follow up on it, follow up on it, follow up on it over the years. Racist Don King insisted to me when I was a child that he wants me to be his trainee. This is the truth. Look, see this here? It was my personal choice not to get in any kind of martial arts, boxing, professional. I didn't want to have absolutely nothing to do with it. You see this man here? See this guy here? This man right there that you see right here was one of the last people who insisted. This man here. I was told that this is a trainer from Andy Ruiz. It's too close to Ortiz, and because I like Andy Ruiz, I don't want to make mistake. I don't want to mistaken Andy Ruiz with Tito Ortiz. That's why I googled it, because I don't want to make a mistake. I have too much respect for this Mexican kid here. He is, he truly is a champion. He truly is a champion. I like him, to put it this way. This was the last guy, when I was 14 years of age, he insisted, you need to come to me, to USA, so that I can train you, because in Slovenia, they are going to break you. Because the systematic breaking procedure went all along. And then the day eventually came when it was already too late through the Slovenian-Serbian trainer here in the city of the Novo Mesto. He saw absolutely everything as they were delivering me back to the United States. He watched the progress. Another one who watched the progress and he demanded my spine to be broken was Mike Tyson. This guy here, look, let me demonstrate to you. This is Don King, is his name. This guy told me, after breaking my spine already, he stated to me, if you will come to me, if you will come to the USA, I was 14 years of age, not even 14, I was maybe 13. And he claimed to me, he said, if you're going to come to the USA, if you're going to come to me to the USA, he said to me, look at me, I'm black. If you will come to the USA, I will break your spine. I will make your spine broken. This is how far we have gone with all this stuff. He started to instill the fear. I was maybe 12 years of age. He started to instill the fear through Slovenian communists, through the Russian, back then Soviet communists, Serbian communists who hired him for the job, on why and how I should not even think about any kind of departure to the United States of America. No. Mike Tyson said, Mike Tyson had a spine injury, and during the polish, when my spine was critically injured, he would take me to the hospital and they did the x-rays and so on, because they selected talking about Joe Biden, talking about White House, talking about the Central Intelligence. They selected him as the witness to this stuff. Yeah, but this man was involved in spine breaking when I was yet maybe 8 years old, maybe something like this. 7 years of age I was, and they started to break the spine. So how the fuck is this gonna be a witness? I mean, when he would have to witness against himself about his personal involvement in it when I was just 6-7 years of age. That would be a shit witness. Yes, he hoped that I have forgotten about it. I did not forget about it. It's all stored. I remember everything about the stuff that went on. So, see, the good guy, very, very good guy. I do think that he has a daughter. This here is a shit guy. Shit as a shit guy can be shit. This video is not only for the Pete Hegseth. It's a video, general video on Central Intelligence Agency Federal Bureau investigation. I had to degrade myself publicly like this. Then it's going to be a hell price to pay for it. You wanted it, you demanded it, you took it all the way. That's how you want it. And I'm going to take this to the next level. I don't agree with your law. I do not consent to your law. I'm going to demand you to be crippled as an unusual form of punishment. And then I want to meet you inside of the ring. I am not going to go and make lumbar surgery like you said that I should do, make surgeries and then meet you inside of the ring and stuff like this. You involve your therapists, your surgeons and blah, 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 and it's gonna be. I'm not gonna go and do that stuff. I wanna fucking cripple you, motherfucker. Then get you inside of the ring and then beat the fucking brain out of you. That's how you actually get even. You know, you became a politician. Talking about the Tito Ortiz. You became a politician. You're not a sports person. When you started to collect the money, for crippling people, destroying people through crippling people from the politicians, you're not even a hitman anymore. You have your own visions, you have your own agenda, and you agreed to cripple people so that you could get your political points, so that you could get your money matters together, your career and so on. So, you know, I feel that the law is going to have to allow to cripple you, to break your ribs, to break your spine, to break you, for you it was extremely funny. Pelvic area, it's a girly, you know, a girly thing. The British came and they demonstrated me. Pelvic area, you know, and you can see here it's only female organs. And they got me in front of the computer and they started to show me these things like women and say to me, if you're gonna complain about this stuff, it's like a girly stuff. I think that you're unusually cruel, and I think that law must permit in this case for me to be unusually cruel with you, basically to get even. Because for you, the money at the end of the day, that's all there is. You know, what you do is you take the money and you throw it in the faces of the people. You take a stash of the dollars and you push it inside of the mouth of the people so people shut their mouth up. But I think I need to do more. I think I need to cripple you, and I think I need to beat the fuck brain out of your heads. I think that you need to be physically beaten up, broken, destroyed. And then I think that every office, everywhere that you would go to complain, I believe that they need to do with you the same way they did with me. You know, see nothing, hear nothing, and then here and then you need to get ambushed and beaten up more. That's what the fuck I think is gonna make this world normal. If this isn't gonna make the world normal, then the world is doomed. The last thing the world you want to see is basically see yourself in people in a filth, in a scum, in a dung, like Pete Hegseth, David Vance, Donald Trump, and that's a long line to go, basically, through some kind of case of little individual they have gone after to lure from you, to pull out of you everything that it pertains to the animal instincts, basically. Turning you literally into animals, the last thing that you world need to allow to happen. This here, this is a worry. This is a worrisome stuff. What you did truly is worrisome. This is truly worrisome stuff. But what is worrisome even more about this stuff is that the way you do this stuff, the way you act, how you settle the differences with the people, basically how you prove yourself. Now, like you said, I will move out of the politic, and that's what the Pete Hegseth claimed. But God forbid if you're gonna go after me. God forbid if you're gonna stalk me with the news, if you will go after me. And it will be, he said, it will be necessary, it'll probably be necessary, it'll probably be necessary more than once to do it. He said, yeah, it will be more than once we're gonna do this with the blog. I'm not doing this for the sake of the blog. I'm not doing this stuff for the sake of the blog. I'm just doing it from the perspective of what I establish is the way you treat the people, the way you do with the people, the way you view the people, the way you did this stuff with me, the way you view a human being as, because he's not an Aryan, because he's not a German, because he's not a British, because he's not a Dutch, because he's not a Swedish or Norwegian or Irish or French or Italian or Spanish or whatever, because all of you pertain to this corrupt scheme. All of you not only have witness, but all of you are part of this stuff. You are all part of this stuff. That's how I want to get even with you. I want you to get crippled. I want you to be the way you did with me, the way you did stuff to me. Mike Tyson was laughing at me all the time. He said, I'm never going to box with you. Sorry, I will not be. I wish I could kill you inside of the ring and so on. Or maybe there is a chance. Maybe I break your spine. Maybe I do the stuff you did to me, and then I get you inside of the ring, and then let's see how strong you are, how big you are. Then I want to see you. Then I want to see all your animal instincts that you are so famous about. You're fucking animals. You're not a sports people. You're a politicians. And these are lousy politicians, shit politicians. And when you cannot do it, what you do is you bite in the ears like you did bite the Holyfield. When there was no other weapon, no other argument left, that's when you go for the ear and you hang yourself on the fucking ear. You fucking animals. You have a way, you have audacity to present yourself, and you have audacity to ask for more. You're actually brazen to come up with a news like this and make yourself glorious like this. It will be, it shall be, it shall be. Well, it will be. For as long as I live, I'm going to hunt you down. And my God, if I hunt you down, you're going to be fucking crippled. You can go and you can, whatever from the judge, I am going to seek from the judge to get even with you inside of the ring. To get even with you in exactly the way you did it with me. The way you do with me. I want the unusual, cruel punishment against you. To match the stuff that you were doing with me. To match the vision, your views on me from my side. For me to see you suffering, you being broken, you being beaten up, you being annihilated, you being cursed and tortured on every step of the way for the rest of your life. That's what the fuck I want. I don't want your fucking shitty money. I don't want your fucking dollars. I would prefer you out of the Eastern Europe. Eastern Europe is cursed with you. If Eastern Europe is gonna settle for the stuff that you do with me, and that's exactly what this human degradation is used for. To example, to Eastern Europe, and through Eastern Europe, me and Eastern Europe, to the rest of the world, or how world must and should comply due to Russian aggression on Europe. Then the world is fucked. If this is gonna go through, if it's gonna be like this, then the world is gonna be fucked. This shit ends here. I am American citizen. I'm a naturalized American citizen. Not that I'm proud, I'm disgusted with my American citizenship. But there is one thing I'm going to say to you. I paid for it. Unlike the case with Elon Musk, who was coming inside of the house for 5 years as he entered the United States of America. He was coming to our house to negotiate, to twist, to lie about how to make his entry, which was completely illegal. To make legal, basically forge the paperwork, literally through the US immigration, through the politicians that were gathering here, pressuring American US immigration to portray him as legal actually, to find the loopholes to make him look legal. Elon Musk entered completely illegally in the United States of America. He was coming in this house here in the city of the Novo Mesto for 5 years, no less. Unlike Elon Musk, everything I have done is legal. Everything was done accordingly with the US laws, Constitution, etc., etc., etc. You tried to fuck me badly. You guaranteed me I'm not going to even make it through the green card deal once I got married. And I got married to a much older American citizen, naturalized American citizen from Ecuador. But whatever I did, everything was legal. Yet you wanted to destroy me. You displayed extreme charisma in destroying me, in making me curse American citizenship, for which you claimed that's going to give you the right to cancel me. I don't give a fuck about that American citizenship. I'm American as much as is described on my blog. And it clearly depicts the stuff that you are doing me. That my American citizenship served me as a form of animal that I was in the United States of America during my stay. Nothing beyond that. It's what you hoped that I'm going to keep silent about based on some quasi-citizenship that doesn't even apply to animals, really. And at the same time, you exampled with organized crime, with a trillionaire who became from South Africa, and through expulsion, mistreatment of illegal immigrants which entered the United States of America, demanded from me to view myself as a dirt, like those whom you labeled as illegal immigrants. You equaled basically illegal with legal, you equaled criminal with normal, honest, and even whom you owed since few months of age as you started this MKUltra procedure. It's unprecedented, the stuff you did. It's incredible, the stuff you did. And you did this in order to destroy me completely. You did this in exactly the same way as Pete Hegseth said, when it's going to be views, when we see the views are coming up, it's going to be necessary to do the adjustment. No, as a matter of fact, it will be necessary to do more adjustments. This is, as I told you at the beginning, heavy conversations. He alone referred to this as a difficult, heavy conversations that he had inside of the living room area with me in front of the psychiatrist Peter Kapsch. You're not a politicians, you're not even a politicians, you're fucking animals that American taxpayers voted for. And they voted for with a certain agenda that United States of America as a nation, as a whole, is running. And those I already outlined in this video. You want to dehumanize, you want to degrade. You want to get into the war with those whom you owe, because this is how you pay. So, you got into the war with me, for better or worse. You're gonna vote J.D. Vance, and for your worse, I will continue the war against you. And by God, I hope I'm gonna prove this case to exist. It's gonna fall on entire American people, on black and white, like Jackson sing his song. It doesn't matter, you are black or white. It's a message to America. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up, scum. This is how far you managed to bring this case. This is how far you pushed it. It's 2026 almost. And this is how far you managed to push. For the last 8 years, I got about on average 4 to 5 hours of sleep, and even that sleep was with sound in my ears, without your taking any responsibility for it. After throwing me in psychiatric hospital in 2012 and in 2014 through your Slovenian, to what you refer as a communists and so on. Say it doesn't matter, because you would go, those whom you owe, you would go against with the devil if it's necessary to fulfill your mission, just as I described in the blog. It really doesn't matter with whom. You would go with absolutely anything. Nothing in this world is that you yourself, Americans, talk about is disgusting and so on. You yourself would go and do whatever the hell you can in this world for those whom you owe. You would go with against those whom you owe to fulfill your commitment to your future. And your future is a slavery. Your future is a slavery. Your country was based on a slavery. You were founded on a slavery. No, yes, I do think so. You never would have done this to me if I was German or British or Dutch or Scandinavian or one of your Aryan, Irish or whatever you are out there. Or it would be enough if I would be a French, Italian, Spanish, because you fear them, you depend on them. Not because you would care about them, but it's because of other reasons. You need them. You need them to get your agenda going. Here, so that you can see me a little bit. Hello. Yes, I do want to meet you, but before I want to meet you, I want to have something to be done with you, and then I want to meet you. It's not always that you cripple, you break. This is the way it was with me. I was crippled, I was destroyed, ruined, annihilated. Yes, I was tutored to ignore the pain, to deny the pain, not to ignore, and continue to compare myself with you, to compete myself with you, and even to get even with you is how you dependent. It does not always is like this. It's also time when same shit needs to be done with you, and then meet you, and then take all the shit from you that you have inside of your heads. There will be no 2028 for J.D. Vance. There will be no 2025. Not 2026 for Donald Trump, and there will be no future for Pete Hegseth. Until I am, it will be like this, but God forbid for you, this comes out, because the moment that this comes out for you, then what was done with me will start with you. I don't want any fucking money. I want you. You is the fuck I want. I want to meet you on 4 eyes. I want to meet you, and I want to see how tough you are. That's how the fuck I want to do. I don't want no money. Your money stinks. I want you, scum. Money is you. You are the money. You are the one. You matter in this world. You matter in this world. You are the one who went and changed American immigration laws in respect to the future refugees, illegal immigrants whom you would kick out of the United States of America because of me, you claimed. You went on to coordinate them internationally and with United Nations. Yet you have chosen for me to be something completely different, because you think you are shit hot enough. You are big shit. You are a hot shit. You are a big shit. You can do this because you are united and you can do that. We're going to see about this stuff, how strong you are. We're going to see about how tough you are, what you can do to the people. With me, here it ends. Here you will never make a settlement other than what I stated in this video. This extermination procedure that lasts for 54 years now, J.D. Vance and Pete Hegseth refer to one as is just going to be, is going to have to go through the court, and it's going to go into the same category of the people that's basically illegals. They kick them out of United States. Why am I against kicking people out of United States of America without paying them for whatever is owed for Social Security? Because obviously these people work through unreported, what is known as Czernodelo, black type of employment. You know, why am I so much against it? Because of the injuries these people endure, harvestry, picking up farming and stuff like this, with enormous money that people have, farmers, wealthy people that pile more and more and more and more money. I'm against it because these farmers, they basically, American farmers, people that use undocumented immigrants for jobs mostly that Americans would not do due to health risks, because they don't want to pay to Americans for safe, health-wise, safety, health-wise environment. They don't want to compensate Americans based on the injuries that they endure. If they would go pick up those strawberries and all kinds of stuff like this, and you have work with the chemicals and stuff, they don't want to come because because you treat your own people like animals. American people look for the job, they cannot get the jobs however exist, and they cannot get the jobs because they create, either they pay too little money, or they're talking about employers, or they pay or they don't compensate people based on the injuries they endure at work. There is absolutely everything to protest against some kind of American politics that is using illegal immigrants to outperform, I don't know how I forgot, outpiece, make foreign farmers, foreign products completely irrelevant, basically foreign competition completely irrelevant, through what is known as most severe abuse of the workers' rights in the United States of America. No, I'm not a communist. I am just saying that people, I'm not going to say that they must get paid for their work. I am saying that employers must be enough responsible to take in account the injuries, but this is about the workers, this is about the US government as whole. Using people for the works where people get harmed, injured, and then simply blacklist them, place them in a permanent unemployment so they can go from one corner to another as homeless. This kind of practices are not only inhumane against foreign immigrants to whom you don't even pay what you owe to the regular Social Security, retirement stuff. You don't even make employers wealthy. You don't even make farmers wealthy. There was a bunch of farmers that are economically in a problems. This is at least what they claim. And now they will be. Now they're in a big problems because of what I stated, because this kind of undocumented workforce is all fucking gone. So you don't provide anything for these people. They don't even have a chance to integrate themselves in a society systematically. So if you completely cut them off and you treat them in such a way, then yes, then of course you do owe for their Social Security, for the stuff, even if they work illegally. even if they did not, you do owe them. You cannot have such a doggy politic that eat one another for the sake of some kind of... is this a capitalism, actually? Is this a capitalism? For the sake of some kind of neo-Nazi, Aryan, deep state, Hitlerism, as to the one that we witnessed to, clearly. This is why I am so against it. Because it doesn't make me any fucking sense from the form of... I don't want to refer myself as an American. I used to, let's just put it this way, person who lives in America and has to go out there, find the job, do the job, pay the fucking bills. You can't pay by fucking bills crippled on a wheelchair. And even if the person not allowed to find the job, you bring him in front of the Tito Ortiz so he can go and kick you. You throw yourself on him during this MK Ultra wrestling and crap, mutilate him, and regulate through occasional job opportunities, just as Milan Kučan or Robert Golob asked you. Donald Trump was in a complete agreement with Milan Kučan, with the Robert Golob. He was in a complete agreement with these animals here from Slovenia. How they're going to cripple me, how they're going to do that, all that stuff, and how I should see myself through the future expulsion of illegal immigrants. Since 1999, they contemplated on this inside of our kitchen. Robert Golob inquired from Donald Trump about the procedure which in the future will apply to illegal immigrants to also somewhat more or less not apply to me under a different principles what the Robert Golob claims, so that I could see myself in immigrants. But this is a total bestiality. But then what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, when the fuck does it stop? What kind of J.D. Vance? What kind of Pete Hegseth? What kind of Donald Trump? What kind of King Charles? What kind of Prince William? What kind of Prince Harry? What kind of royals? What the fuck are you talking about? First, a human being. Then fucking royals. Then fucking United States of America. And then fucking NATO. And then fucking European Union and everything else. You're not quite clear over there. Inside of the European Union Commission, at Court for Human Rights in Strasbourg, at United Nations. You fucking drunk from abuse of power. You're fucking drunk from violations pertaining to the human existence to which you refer as a democracies. You're fucking insane. And you demand through this type of example for the world to chase, to follow this type of dream. Example this by involving people into violence, basically. Unlimited amount of violence. I get you. I understand how you are leading the world, how you on the ground get all these Illuminati societies around the world stimulated in this game, in this kind of talks, where absolutely everything is possible. It's a psychiatry we live, right? Through the forced unemployment. This is the way you do it. This is the way you do this stuff. No such thing like Pete Hegseth. I didn't say 2028, J.D. Vance. I'm saying to you, no such thing like J.D. Vance. No such thing like a Pete Hegseth. No such thing like a Donald Trump, man. When this shit comes out, I am going to be searching the way to cripple you. Literally to cripple you. And then beat the fuck out of you. In a most clowny fucking way. I will demand from the judges to put me inside of the ring with you. For you to show me your animal instincts. The way animal that you are. The way you like to do this to the people. The way you And I will search from the courts to consciously turn, law enforcement consciously turn their backs on you when you're going to be assaulted on every step of the way. Because I want to make a documentary about this. It's the same thing like we have witnessed to the World War II when they brought these animals to the Nuremberg on a trial in Germany. It's the same thing as with you. It's the same thing with you. You're hyenas, you're animals, you're a pack that are strong, together, joined, sitting at what you refer to the people, to the general population as a United Nations, as all kinds of human courts, and I don't know what is out there to protect the human rights. But completely impotent as a people. You're such a coward. You're such a shit. You're such a dung man. You had to put like this man, drug him up, paralyze him to do the stuff to him, so that you get your reasons for your politic. That makes you smart. That makes you strong. Your democracy. This is how you enforce. This is how you believe you enforce. You will this. You will see. I'm going to get that done. You're going to see. I will get you. I will get you one day. I will get you, Ortiz, Tito Ortiz. One day, you and I, we're going to be inside of the ring. And I'm going to be beating the brain out of you. Trust me, I'm going to be beating the brain and bones, every fucking bone you have. You're going to see how it is when you have a broken spine, when you have a broken bones. Then you're going to show me the champion that you are. Then you're going to demonstrate how tough you are. Then I want to see you. It's not about the one that you cripple, that you break bones, that you destroy. That is his job to gain, whichever way he knows, bones to glue itself together, recover himself. It's about doing the same shit to you, scum, for you to understand really the stuff that you do. Because this is the only way to learn lesson. You don't apologize. You apologize to say basically, fuck you, basically. That's how you say fuck you, and you take money and you put in somebody's mouth, and that's it, fuck off, basically. That's the way it is. Then you have those shows and you go, and it's this and it's that and so on. You know, this is how you're never going to learn. And it's not about me, it's you. You need to be taught a hard lesson, boy. You need to be taught a lesson. You need to be smashed. You need to be destroyed. You need to be beaten up. Your brain all over the fucking place. Beaten up to the pulp. Beaten up, with broken bones. Then you're gonna say, oh, this man is a good man. This is not a bad man. We made a mistake. And you know what? Then I'm gonna believe you. Not until then.